Good morning and welcome to the 6th annual Head for the Cure 5K New Jersey. My name is Jenna Heilman, Executive Director, and we are so thrilled to be able to bring this event to you virtually this year. New Jersey this year has been so hard for you, and we know that through going through the pandemic, really being in the thick of everything. But what's been so fantastic is getting to know each and every one of you and how supporting Head for the Cure through participation, through donations, and by simply just checking in, how important this cause is to each and every one of you, especially those of you who've been personally impacted by a brain tumor diagnosis. We can't thank you enough for your tremendous support, and we can't wait to continue to build this city each and every year to help build that awareness, ignite that hope, and fund research, and because of your generosity throughout the year. So thank you so much. We know that while this is the 6th year for this event, this is really the 2nd year that Head for the Cure has been a part of it. Because of when Voices Against Brain Cancer brought this event to us, we were so excited to expand our cities and to have a presence in North New Jersey. And we're excited to continue on that legacy here today with each and every one of you. Head for the Cure exists for 3 main reasons, and I've kind of already mentioned them, but I wanted to dive a little bit more into that. Our first reason is to build awareness around this very elusive disease. Our second is to raise funds to support clinical research and patient programs. And our third, and what we're doing here today, is igniting hope. That is hope for all of you who are fighting a brain tumor currently. That's hope as a caregiver. That's hope for our clinicians, and that's hope for all of you. And by coming together, you all are igniting that hope today. By sharing your photos, by sending in your journeys and your own testimonies, you are helping show every single person that they are not alone in this fight. So thank you so much for igniting that hope today. The funds raised from this event today will go to help support our large grants that Head for the Cure makes to the Brain Tumor Trials Collaborative. Head for the Cure's funds and support were critical in the ignition of the BTTC several years ago. The BTTC was founded actually by our founder, Matt Anthony, and Dr. Mark Gilbert, who was originally at MD Anderson. They came together with the funds raised from the first few years of Head for the Cure and said, let's put these funds together to help cast the biggest web for clinical research across the country as possible, because we know not one doctor is going to cure this disease.
The mission of the Brain Tumor Trials Collaborative is to develop and perform state-of-the-art clinical trials in a collaborative and collegial environment, advancing treatment for patients with brain and spine tumors, and merging good scientific method with concern for patient well-being and outcomes.
And that is what you all are helping us do today through your fundraising and your support. And guess what? Registrations still remain open. So if you're seeing this and you haven't registered yet, you can continue to do so through tomorrow. That is Monday, September 28th through midnight. So if you want to get that 2020 commemorative t-shirt because it is so soft and comfortable, and your finisher medal, please register today at headforthecure.org/New Jersey. We are so thrilled to have a phenomenal group of national supporters through our sponsorships this year. VMLY&R, International Marketing and Advertising Agency, has literally been by Head for the Cure side since day one. They helped fuel our first year and have never left our side every single step of the way for the past 18 years. Harry Campbell and his Get Real Mindset program has raised more than $440,000 that go directly to Head for the Cure. His new book and speaking engagement, Get Real Mindset, really challenges each of us to look at how we operate, especially in these times of crises, and to make us the most effective people that we can be. Harry donates 100% of his book sales and speaking engagement fees back to Head for the Cure. So check out more about Harry Campbell today. Novacure has been a tremendous supporter of Head for the Cure for the past several years. Their Optune device, through their patient-forward approach, is used to treat glioblastoma patients to help ensure the quality of life for those patients. Check out more about Novacure today. And finally, Gary and his team at Weather 2020 help provide accurate forecasts long-term so that you all can pick the best day to do your own 5K. So thanks to Gary and his team at Weather 2020. Okay, so now is the time that we are going to be featuring a true 5K event online, brought to you by some of your supporters, your survivors, your caregivers, and team members who have registered to be a part of this journey. We also want you to show your own photos of how you all are participating. Make sure that you are uploading that to all of our social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, with tagging Head for the Cure. We're using these to create our own photo album today. So when you're going on a walk, when you're going for a jog, walking your dog, a swim, you're mowing your lawn, whatever that activity looks like, snap a selfie and send that over to us so we can show the greater community how much this means to the New Jersey brain tumor community. So, and then you want to make sure that you're sticking around after the race, because we are going to be acknowledging our top fundraisers, our largest teams, but we are also going to be celebrating our survivors with our Keeping the Faith recognition, honoring our caregivers with our Legacy of Love, and remembering those we've lost with our Celebration of Life. There's still so much to do today, so we can't wait to see you after the 5K.
My name is Lisa Drilling. I'm an ambassador for Head for the Cure, and I'm also a 7-year survivor of a ganglioglioma brain tumor. I'm so excited to do this 5K with you all today.
This walk is to honor my dad, Mauro Delto, and mark his 10-year anniversary since he lost his battle against brain cancer. His memory and spirit lives on forever through his family and friends, and of course, his recipes. But they will never taste the same without his special touch. You are the best. We love you and miss you every day.
Hey Kathy, what can I say? I don't even know where to begin. I want to keep it short, sweet, but I just want you to know how you are a role model to me. I always knew you were a strong woman. Your faith, your perseverance, your attitude just blows my mind away, and you're such a role model to me. I love you. Head for a Cure, and Sam Strong. I love you so much. Bye.
Despite the number of brain tumors and their devastating prognosis, there are only 5 FDA-approved drugs and 1 device to treat brain tumors. For many tumor types, surgery and radiation remain the standard of care. By donating today, you can help change this.
My name is Meredith Riviere. We're super excited. Even though it's virtual, we're gonna have so much fun with it. Here are our team shirts. We're all ready to go. I have been passionate about fighting against brain cancer since my dad was diagnosed with a glioblastoma multiforme brain tumor about 18 years ago. It's really important to me to raise money and awareness for this disease because I truly do believe and have hope that we will find a cure. And I want that so badly for anyone who is currently diagnosed or would be diagnosed in the future. I want to provide them with hope. I want to find a cure. I don't want them to have to go through what we went through. So it's super important to me, and I think Head for the Cure is a great opportunity to get out there and raise money and raise awareness, and we always have so much fun as a group with all our friends.
raised from the New Jersey 5K help support clinical trials at the Brain Tumor Trials Collaborative. We began a new partnership with the BTTC and Agenus Inc. in support of the multi-center clinical trial protocol that was developed in 2018 and really ignited throughout 2019. This protocol includes radiation therapy plus temozolomide and pembro without and with HSPPC 96 in newly diagnosed glioblastoma patients. This clinical trial continued to grow last year to include 13 participating BTTC centers and the National Institutes of Health. The purpose of this trial is to determine whether the addition of pembro and Agenus's HSPPC 96 vaccine prophase improves the standard treatment for glioblastomas. The trial expects to enroll 108 patients.
In Head for the Cure events. When I was a sophomore in college, I was diagnosed at 19 years old with a brain tumor. It's a club that nobody wants to join, and it's the 3 words that you don't want to hear. You have cancer. We found a tumor. And those kinds of things are devastating to a family and to a person in a community. I had surgery, and I still suffer from some weakness in my right hand because my tumor is on my motor strip, but I'm being monitored every 6 months, and I'm also managing some seizures in my hand with medication. So overall, I feel really lucky that I am able to do all of the things I get to do in life because of all the doctors and caregivers in my life.
Hi everyone, I'm Kathy Mendel from Long Valley, New Jersey. I'm a 19-month GBM survivor, and I'm feeling really good and strong. See, I'm strong. And right now, I'm participating in Head for the Cure's 5K walk, and I hope that you'll join me in raising awareness and funds for such an amazing cause. I have so many family members and friends that are supporting me through my fight, and I thank you so much for all that you have done for me. Let's walk together. Strong. I'm a 19-month GBM survivor, and I am supporting Head for the Cure's foundation to raise money and awareness for such an amazing cause. So come walk with me.
My daily fight entails monthly chemo, raising brain cancer awareness, researching the best glioblastoma clinical trials out there and talking to as many doctors, clinics, and foundations around the country who will agree to talk to me.
Hi, my name is Jean Kernan, and I'm here to support Kathy Mendel. Kathy and I have been friends for many, many years, and when she was diagnosed with glioblastoma about a year and a half ago, it was a shock, but it has been inspiring to watch her go through this with dignity and grace, because I don't think I would be able to do it the way she has handled herself. She is strong, and she supports everyone around her. It's hard to understand that it takes somebody that I love and who is very close to me to become aware of this disease. I had no idea what happened or anything about this disease until Kathy's diagnosis, and I just did some research and found out that from what she has said she goes through pretty much on a daily basis, it's incredible that she is so strong and happy all the time and supports us all. So for me, Head for the Cure is a great organization, because without it, someone like me and many others wouldn't have any idea what happens to people with brain cancer.
Hi, I'm Pete Mendel, and this is my daughter Carly, and we're walking today for my wife Kathy.
We just wanted to say a special thank you to everybody for their continued support of my mom and others who are fighting this terrible disease and help to find a cure.
Go Mrs. Mendel, we love you.
You are so brave.
You're strong. You're beautiful. I really love you.
We are thinking of you, Kathy, today and always. We love you so much.
CM strong!
All right, 2 miles down, 1 more to go. I thought I'd stop and tell y'all one of my favorite Head for the Cure memories. My mom was the recipient of the Keeping the Faith Award. And that was super cool because while she was going through treatment and just everything that goes along with that, as her son, I got to see how faithful she was through that time, which was super encouraging for me. But her winning that award was super cool just to see her recognized for that amazing faith, and for the other people that were there to just hear about that and see that and hopefully encourage them. So I hope you'll finish this last mile. For whatever reason you're involved with Head for the Cure, just think of that person as you're finishing this last mile. So let's get it.
As a parent, one of your biggest fears when you lose a child is that your child will be forgotten. Head for the Cure provides us this opportunity to remember and celebrate Allie's spirit with all of our family and friends while raising awareness about this terrible disease. It's our job and our mission to help find the cure.
See the other patients and families out there supporting their loved ones, and it makes me feel like we aren't alone, that together we are stronger, and that we can come together, raise awareness, and find a cure.
June 9th, 2020 marked 4 years since brain cancer took Scott from our world. In Scott's memory, we are continuing the fight against brain cancer. How many more lives will be taken before we can find a cure? We know that 2020 has been more than its share of tragedy, depression, and hard times. If Scott were here, he might remind us that there is always sun above the clouds. I never want the hard times to hinder my motivation to continue to find a cure for brain cancer in his memory. I told him I would continue the fight, and that is exactly what I will continue to do until a cure is found.
The 5-year relative survival rate for the most common form of primary malignant brain tumors, glioblastoma, is only 6.8%. With each registration and donation for this year's virtual 5K, you can make a difference in the fight against brain cancer.
Of the brain tumor community when I lost my dad, Joe Squarzel, to glioblastoma in 2018. Our first Head for the Cure was 2019 to honor my dad's life and legacy through raising awareness and fundraising. It showed how important it was to our friends and family to honor my dad's life, as we were one of the biggest teams. I will continue to participate in this event for the rest of my life. I want to continue to raise awareness to this scary cancer. I want other families, survivors, and caregivers to be able to see their warrior live fulfilling lives after their diagnosis. I want to tell other families to continue to be positive and hopeful for their warrior and continue for this fight. Thank you so much for participating.
All right, guys, that's a 5K. Great job, y'all. Y'all looked great out there. If y'all are looking for more ways to get involved with Head for the Cure, go to headforthecure.org. But other than that, great job today, guys. God bless.
What a fantastic run. I want to give a huge shout out to the team at CM Strong. I want to give a shout out to Lisa, to Connor, and to all of you for participating in today's event and for sending us your photos and uploading that to social media. Again, we are collectively showing all who have faced this disease that they do not fight alone.
We've had another fantastic year in New Jersey and your support for the brain tumor community. With raising nearly $10,000, 150 participants, and 10 teams participating today.
And guess what? The fun still continues, New Jersey. Donations, again, will remain open for several weeks. So we want to make sure that we are encouraging folks to donate to this extremely important cause. The fight isn't over yet, and we need to keep fighting, and we need to keep funding clinical research. We know it's tough today and tomorrow for all of you, especially during this pandemic, but we want to continue to fuel the efforts to support that vital research. It's now my great opportunity to acknowledge our top fundraisers and our largest teams. These overachievers have shown up big again this year, and we're so excited to honor each of them.
And now our top teams when it comes to participation. In third place, we have a tie with Broadbeck Strong and Forza Alto with 4 participants. In second place, with 11 participants, is CM Strong. And in first place, with 46 participants, is Sparrow Brainstormers. Now for our top fundraising teams. In third place, raising nearly $350, is Forza Alto. In second place, raising nearly $1,500, is CM Strong. And raising nearly $3,100 is Sparrow Brainstormers. And now for our individuals when it comes to fundraising. In third place, raising $250, is Anna Dalto. In second place, raising nearly $550, is Ron Sporl. And in first place, raising nearly $700, is Suzanne Hall.
This is honestly my favorite part of our event, and that's when we get to acknowledge our survivors. These survivors are the reason that we're here today, and they are the reason that we continue to fight each and every day. You all inspire us through your journeys, your tenacity, and your sheer positivity as you face this brain tumor diagnosis. Normally, during the event, we would call each and every one of you up to the stage to welcome you. But today, I'm going to be reading your names, and we'll be showing your photos on the screen so that all of us can honor each of you.
Kathy, Frank, and Lisa.
Thank you for allowing us to be a part of your journey, and thank you for allowing us to celebrate you today. As I mentioned before, Head for the Cure really exists to ignite that hope for the brain tumor community. That hope began with one person, Chris Anthony. Chris lost his battle with a glioblastoma in 2003, but his legacy helped inspire our founder, Matt Anthony, to begin Head for the Cure Foundation. During his entire journey, Chris entered and exited every single day, every conversation, every handshake and email with 3 simple words: keeping the faith. That was faith in himself, faith in tomorrow, faith in a cure, and to him personally, it meant spiritually as well. At each of our 5K events, we honor some of our survivors with this very special designation that have been nominated by a loved one. And new this year is our caregiver celebration called the Stevie Patrick Legacy of Love. These caregivers have often given the best of themselves to support someone throughout their journey with a brain tumor diagnosis. And so we want to honor those individuals with our Legacy of Love award. So please join us as we recognize your Keeping the Faith and our Legacy of Love recipients.
Head for the Cure 5K events are not only successful fundraisers in the fight against brain cancer, but unique tributes for those currently fighting this terrible disease and remembering those who have lost their battles. Head for the Cure was started in honor of a man named Chris Anthony. Chris's motto was always keeping the faith. He lived it daily. He signed off every email with keeping the faith, and his faith enabled him to maintain his grace, dignity, courage, and strength throughout his illness. Frank DeBella, nominated by Fran DeBella. In this photograph, Frank is on the left and my brother Sal is on the right. My brother Sal was an amazing source of support when Frank was diagnosed. He would drive up to NYC all the time just to surprise Frank when Frank was undergoing chemo and stem cell transplant. I realized that out of sickness and sadness comes a beautiful story of loyalty and love, of brotherhood and laughter. Sal and Frank, I love you guys so much. This is Frank's story. While Frank was building a vegetable bed,
a piece of wood hit him in the head. We thought he had a concussion because he couldn't find words to finish his sentences, he didn't understand what you were saying to him, and he didn't recognize certain objects anymore. He went for a brain MRI, and the doctors found a 2x3 lesion on his left temporal lobe. A brain biopsy confirmed non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. The funny thing is, there are no lymph nodes in the brain. This is extremely rare. With the help of medical staff, we traced this back to September 11th, 2001, when Frank was in downtown NYC and was covered in soot, and now his illness is 9/11 certified. Frank underwent chemo as well as stem cell transplant, and we had to stay in the Hope Lodge in NYC. He missed every single holiday in 2019 and every single birthday, but he kept on fighting. Frank was never upset that this happened to him, and the love, laughter, and kindness supported him when he was his weakest. Today the tumor has not regrown and his labs are great. Thank you for your courage and for allowing us to honor you. New this year, the Legacy of Love nomination is easily defined by actions of integrity, encouragement, determination, and truly loving and serving others, especially those in need. The recipient of this must have a strong desire to encourage and help others. This deserving person must be a leader each day and also have the courage to smile in the midst of adversity. We now like to share their story. Francesca DeBella, nominated by Frank DeBella. March of 2019, while working in my yard, a piece of wood hit me in the head. A couple of days later, my daughter said to me I was slurring my words. While working, I could not read an email of 10 words because I didn't know what it meant. I went to an emergency room where they did an MRI and found a tumor in the frontal lobe. After consulting with hospitals, we decided to go to MSK in New York. At this point, I was not following anything the doctors were saying. Thank the good Lord, my wife took notes and asked all the proper questions. At this point, I knew it must be bad because she was crying. After speaking to the doctor at Memorial Sloan, he explained I had central nervous system non-Hodgkin lymphoma. He was very honest and explained what I would be going through. I had 6 months of intense chemo, and we decided that I should also do stem cell replacement. My wife gathered family and friends and told them what I would be going through, and any blood or platelet donations would help in my fight for recovery. Fran never left my side, sleeping in a cot next to me, helping me to the bathroom, and walking me around to get my strength back. These were dark days, and she had to deal with my mood changes and bickering with her for no reason, but the doctors told her that this was to be expected. I came home New Year's Eve and have been on the mend. My MRI shows the tumor is gone, but I will need to monitor it for a long time. She has finally filled me in and told me the doctor said less than 5% survive this cancer. She has been my rock to lean on, and I thank the good Lord for letting me share my life with her and for the children she has given me. Fighting cancer is easier when you have the love of your life there for you each step of the way. Peter Mendel, nominated by Kathy Mendel. This nomination is the perfect way for me to say thank you to my husband, Peter Mendel. I would not be here today writing this if it weren't for his incredible selfless love for me. His can-do positive attitude, support, encouragement, and inner strength helped me to get back on my feet and recover from brain surgery quicker both physically and mentally, which I am forever grateful for. Not once has he ever complained during my illness about the new role he has taken on as a caregiver while continuing to work tirelessly in his extremely stressful day job. His patience, kindness, perseverance, and commitment to me is truly immeasurable. This is what true love is all about in a marriage of almost 30 years. I have immense admiration and respect for my husband for his loyalty and giving me the security and strength that I need to continue to fight my GBM battle. He deserves to be recognized for how much his love has made a huge impact on my happiness during the most difficult time of my life. Pete, thank you for all that you do for me every single day. You are my rock. I love you with all my heart.
And finally, we know that we've lost too many to this disease. While they can't be here in person with us, their legacy remains in our thoughts, in our hearts, and in our souls each and every day. We want to remember those individuals by sharing some of those stories here today with our celebration of life. If you haven't had the opportunity to submit your own celebration of life, please continue to do so. But at this point, please join me as we remember those individuals we have lost through our celebration of life. New Jersey, you continue to amaze us with your tremendous support, and this year continues that legacy. Thank you all so much for those who registered, who participated, who sent in your photos, who donated. You all, by coming together, have helped so many others who are facing this disease or who have fought alongside someone facing this disease. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember, registrations will still remain open through tomorrow, Monday, September 28th at midnight, and donations will continue to be open for several weeks to come. We can't thank you all enough, and we can't tell you how excited we will be to see each of you at our 7th annual Head for the Cure 5K New Jersey in 2021. We hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend.